So Wes Anderson has a new film out, and it's called Asteroid City, now in theaters, and boy did I like it. Not beating around the bush at all. I really enjoyed this film. Now Wes Anderson, I can kind of come and go with Wes Anderson. Sometimes his films are a little too particular, a little too, I don't know what the word is. I'm not good with words today, but sometimes they're just a little too Wes Anderson for me. Let's put it that way. But overall, I like them more than I don't. And Asteroid City, I thought was fabulous. Almost from the opening frames of this movie, I loved it. It is gorgeous to look at. It is. Well, I'll tell you what it's about. Well, as much as I allow myself to tell you what anything is really about, which is as little as possible. But Asteroid City is set in 1955 in a southwestern city called Asteroid City, where an asteroid landed and formed a crater many moons ago. Diverse group of people descend on the town to assemble for some awards being given to like science genius kids. So it's parents and kids all coming there so that their kids can receive awards from the government or whatever this association is and show off their scientific developments and advances and inventions and things like that. And you get all walks of life. You get Scarlett Johansson as a famous movie actress who's there with her daughter. You get Jason Schwartzman as a man there with his kids. You get Steve Carell as the motel owner. You get all kinds of people there, and it's the usual Wes Anderson cast. Some people he's worked with regularly. You get Jeffrey Wright as a general. Some people that he's worked with, for the first time in this film, and it just looks beautiful. His films of late, or his style has developed into these very precisely shot and laid out and choreographed and blocked and designed films that look like illustrations or photographs or paintings. And this film really has that going on. The color palette is very interesting. It's this very rich yet desaturated, if that makes any sense, sort of pastels kind of color palette that looks like an old 50s postcard. It is a very 50s looking and sounding film. And the color is just beautiful. The way it's shot is beautiful. This is a film that I stress, if you have any interest in seeing this, see it on a big screen. See it as big as possible. I saw it on a really large screen, and I just wanted to, I joked when it was over that I just wanted to lick the screen. It was so gorgeous. It's old cars, it's old clothes, it's old jukeboxes, it's old tech. It's just beautiful. It's very, very funny. It's that deadpan Wes Anderson, fast-talking, strange dialogue style. Tilda Swinton is in it. I'll keep mentioning it as Tom Hanks is in it. It's an amazing cast. It's gorgeous to look at. It's very funny. I'm not going to get into the plot any more than I just did, other than just it's how these various people. It reminded me of like Bus Stop in a way, in some older movies like that, where you assemble a cast in this place and they all have their baggage that we discover physically and mentally. Physically, in terms of they're staying overnight. They all have their baggage that we discover as the film goes. They interact with each other. Their storylines intertwine. The relationships bloom, and it's very sweet. It's very wistful. It's very funny. There's a surprise partway through the movie that I never saw coming that just turns it into a different kind of movie, and I was A-okay with that. I would go see this again. This was a wonderful film. So I don't have a lot to ramble about this. Music, I mean, every department. This is the kind of film that would come out, and I don't care too much about the Oscars, but when I look at something like this, I'm like, if this doesn't get nominated for a handful of categories, somebody's not paying attention, because this movie is really, really good. So if you like Wes Anderson films, I can't imagine you wouldn't like this. I took my mother, who's never seen a Wes Anderson film, and didn't even tell her what we were seeing, and she really liked it too. So even if you don't know anything about Wes Anderson, I think it will appeal to you, especially if you're a fan of what they now call, mid-century? Mid-century, I guess you'd call it. If you like that kind of aesthetic, this film really has it going on. And I just thought it was wonderful. Asteroid City, in theaters now.